Brittany Lewis with Forbes Breaking News. Joining me now is my colleague, editor of ForbesWomen, Maggie McGrath. Maggie, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
It's a tough conversation today. There's been a divisive abortion ruling in Texas, and Kate Cox is the 31-year-old who sued the Lone Star State to get access to an abortion. She recently fled the state to an undisclosed other state to get the procedure. Can you walk us through how we got here?
Well, if you really want to rewind, we got here because conservatives had been trying to undo Roe v. Wade from the minute it was decided in 1972.
So this has footprints back to June 2022.
It's not just June 2022. It really goes back to 1973 when Roe v. Wade was decided. From the minute practically that decision came down and made abortion legal in the United States, you had abortion opponents trying to undo that decision, put in other restrictions state by state. So it was really 50 years of fighting that led to the Dobbs decision in June 2022, which put the question of abortion back in the hands of the states. Where we stand right now in December 2023 is that 14 states outright ban abortion. Another 7 have severe restrictions where abortion proponents would say it is essentially eliminated, but Texas is one of those 14 states. So into this environment steps Kate Cox, a mother of 2 with a very wanted 3rd pregnancy. And in November, she was about 20 weeks pregnant when she was told that the pregnancy had trisomy 18. It's a chromosomal abnormality that basically means her fetus could die before being born, and so she would have a stillbirth, or other medical experts say that the baby would survive hours, minutes, days after being born. Complicating this situation is the fact that Kate had had 2 C-sections to have her other 2 kids and had been to the ER 3 times in November for severe cramping and fluid leaks that had an indeterminate origin. And doctors were telling her this was a very risky pregnancy for her current health and her future fertility. This is important because Kate and her husband have said they wanted a large family. So the medical experts, the expertise of her doctors and the recommendation of her doctors was you need a medically necessary abortion in order to protect your life and to protect your future fertility. But she lives in Texas where abortion is essentially banned. So she filed for an exception, and a Travis County judge, a lower court, granted her approval for this. And I do want to read what that judge said because it's kind of remarkable. This Travis County district judge on December 7th said, "The idea that Ms. Cox wants desperately to be pregnant and that this law might actually cause her to lose that ability is shocking and would be a genuine miscarriage of justice." So you have a district judge saying Kate Cox should be able to have an abortion so she can protect her fertility. The story doesn't end there. We know that State Attorney General Ken Paxton almost immediately released a statement telling Kate's doctors that the lower court decision will not insulate you or anyone else from civil and criminal liability for violating Texas's abortion laws, including first-degree felony prosecutions. I'm reading here because I don't want to get anything wrong from these statements. So the next day, the Texas Supreme Court halted the lower court decision, and on Monday, December 11th, the Texas Supreme Court undid the lower court decision, and that is why we had Kate needing to leave the state in order to get the care that she needed.